It's BETT2025 and GPT Portal is back at it again. We're coming in with interviews and scoops and info on AI in education. Let's go. We're here with Ashley, Rolf from Lenovo, and we're going to be talking about AI solutions that they're presenting and they're implementing in their products. Yeah?
Yeah.
How you doing, Ashley?
Yeah, very good, very good. Enjoying the show.
Yeah. It's the middle of the show. It's super busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you carrying that out? How you hang in?
Yeah, it's fine. It has been massively busy. I mean, it seems to get busier every year. And what we love as a global organisation is the international nature of the attendees. And it seems every year the percentage of global attendees goes up and up. So we've had some amazing conversations. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, so you're one of the titular sponsors, right, of the event.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I can imagine that you brought a ton of stuff to the show. Can you go through it a little bit? Like, you know, we want to know a bit more about smarter AI for all, yeah, and all the buddies AIs and what is it? Think Shield and workload AIs.
Oh wow, there's so much. There's genuinely so much to go through. I've always said. My very long career in IT hardware, it's the safest job to be in because the only constant in IT is constant change. You know, it is constantly changing. And we've never seen such a rapid evolution as we have with AI. I mean, you know, there's talk of it being the next, you know, the industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution, and it really is. It's going to change everything. And as I keep saying to people who because there's this massive expectation with AI and, you know, with Gartner call it the hype phase and we've gone into the trough of disillusionment and people saying, hold on, it's not solving everything I wanted. And we say, this is day one, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much happening at such a rate of knots. Ourselves as a company, I mean, we've made a $2.2 billion investment into sort of AI and future technologies. And one of the things I only found out recently is that 1 in 4 people who work at Lenovo, 25% of the workforce, operate in some capacity in research and development.
Oh yeah.
So we're really, really strongly placed to leverage this kind of next generation, this next age of computing.
Right. So I can imagine that, you know, a lot of that R&D is going into AI. Yeah.
Yes.
So what kind of AI solutions are you implementing in education?
Okay. So first, if I take it a step back, in terms of AI, so we, as a company, we're the only company that does what we call pocket to cloud. So from our Motorola phone division all the way through to data center. And pretty much, you know, phone, tablet, PC, laptop, workstation, server, AI is part of that entire product range. You know, there's literally not a single product really where we, you know, AI is and there's some involvement in AI. For education, it's really, really exciting because when you take AI, be it cloud-based or, you know, even phone-based or tablet or laptop, you have to really forget about the technology and look at the, you know, the outcome-based solutions. What are we trying to achieve? And there's so much we want to achieve with education. We want to make it more efficient. We want to make it more tailored for individual students. We want inspiration, and ultimately we want to save costs and time. And AI can do all that. It's kind of, you know, the big ones for me, certainly, healthcare and education, where AI is going to have a massive impact, particularly saving time for teachers, because, you know, they really need that support.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you know, going through all the admin is so horrendously straining, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, but then you mentioned individual students and individual approach. How is AI at Lenovo addressing, you know, the different needs, perhaps, you know, of students with disabilities and you know, a plethora of needs that they might have?
Yeah, well, I guess as we are we manufacture the hardware. We make the tools for the developers to create their content around. And I think one of the most exciting things that I saw that was announced by Microsoft recently was the Project Sparks and their ability to create content and custom content for teachers in a very fast way. And the idea is that actually you can create that content on a local device that has local AI processing power. And the students don't necessarily need that expensive device. They can still have consuming devices which are, low cost, designed for education, strong, rugged, at a really good price. And it could be that the teacher's laptop is a bit more expensive because it's a powerful AI tool, but that is being used to create this individual content for particular students. It could be with particular special needs. Or it could be more generic classes, or it could be to inspire children, or it could be anything. We work in close collaboration with Microsoft, and actually in terms of AI partners, we work with over, the last count is 165 software partners that we've got relationships with, where we can bring to bear solutions for not just education, but obviously all sorts of verticals globally.
Right. You mentioned the tool being contained within the device, yeah?
Yeah.
And from what I understood, what I read about Lenovo AI is that it doesn't go out of the device, so it's secure. It's not sharing data with other companies. How's that?
Yeah, so there's two sides to that. We for a long time we've been one of the world's largest providers of something we call edge computing, and it's so funny. I've been in the industry since the early 90s in the computing hardware industry. I know I don't look old enough, but and I've seen we've seen this computing go from centralized to decentralized, centralized, decentralized, and suddenly everyone wanted to go to the cloud. And the cloud, move everything into the cloud. But there's some things where you need fast local processing. We call it the edge. So for instance, it could be maybe outside of education, it could be in a factory environment. You want to make fast decisions. You're using computer vision, and you could see that someone's in danger or something, and they put their hand in the machine, and you don't want that visual image to go to a data center, be processed and come back. The latency means an accident could happen. You want it to make a decision there and on the edge. And there's also, it keeps the data local, it keeps it secure, and so on. And that's the analogy really with AI processing. Yes, there's always going to be workloads that are best done in the cloud, where you can bring massive processing power to bear. But if you can run it locally, you get to keep the data. The data is secure. It's not used to train someone else's AI. It means you don't have to be connected to the internet. It means you can make fast, quick, local decisions. And so our new generation of laptops have got local, what we call NPUs, or neural processing units, within them. And it's not a particularly good metric, but it's the only one we've got. We call it TOPS, trillion operations per second. And the current systems that we've launched recently have up to about 50 TOPS. In the future, that's going to go up and up and up. And as that processing power for this AI goes up, you'll be able to do more with it. But the interesting thing is, even if you don't really run any AI tasks, Microsoft Windows is getting better at putting particular tasks that it's running onto that NPU, and you get massive battery life. So we're seeing up to upwards of 18 hours battery life on the systems.
Yeah, well, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So it stays on the processor. It's not like the language model or the model itself. Yeah, the whole model is on the machine. Yes. Is that the case?
Yes, that's the case. Yeah. So,
but if I may, does it bite into your storage at any point?
No. Well, it depends what you're running.
Okay.
But it's interesting with AIs. There's something called quantizing, where you can compress an AI, and it might not give you the same exact resolution or the same exact, but it's still very, very good. The thing is, you can run AI on phones. We've got incredible AI processing power. We've got tablets that have got now 50 TOPS. It's quite incredible, and like as I said before, this is day one. People are being more inventive. And back in the days, in the old days, with these pioneering computers such as the ZX Spectrum or something, when it first came out, the games were pretty rubbish, really. But as time went on, the coders got more and more efficient. They squeezed more and more out of it, And we're seeing that now with people saying, well, we could do this, but we've enabled the hardware, and now the coders are saying, wow, we could do this, we could do that. So it's a really exciting time.
What are the plans for development of language models? Is Lenovo developing their own?
Yes, so yeah, I mean, there's two elements to this. We have our own software which we've launched called AI Now, and it's a free download. And AI Now has local processing power, and it can naturally. So, for instance, if you wanted to, I don't know, turn the system into dark mode, instead of menu diving, you could just ask AI Now, and it would say, "Yep, there you go." And
sort of fiddling in the settings.
Yeah, that's right.
Been there.
It's silly things, because why should you have to menu dive? It doesn't make sense. And so it will help people. It will make the system run faster, make it more efficient. It will help them things, but it also builds up a local database on your movements. The data stays on the device. It never gets sent out. So there's that side to it. But actually, I mean, you mentioned large language models, but because the next stage for AI is the agents, where because large language models won't. If something goes wrong, they don't learn from it and try again. And whereas agents are much better at learning and adapting, and you can send them off to do things like arrange holidays for you or do research for you and all sorts of things. So, like I say, this is early days, and it's really, really exciting. And what we're saying to customers is, even if you're not interested in AI today, if you're going to buy a device, if you're going to buy a laptop and going to keep it for 3 or 4 years, it's changing at such a rapid pace of knots. What about next year? What about the year after? Your other organisations, they'll be sort of reaping the benefits of this. And if you don't have a device that can run this AI, perhaps you'll miss out.
Yeah, it's going to catch up with you, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to tell us a bit more about Lenovo AI Now? Because I know that it's an assistant. Is it something similar to like Alexa and Google Home? Because you said like you can voice control it and do settings on your machine.
Yeah. Well, it's a fairly
smarter though. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. It's fairly new software. We've literally just launched it, and it's being developed all the time and being updated. At the moment it only runs on specific devices, so you can go to the website and it gives you a list of the devices it runs on, and it operates, say, locally, very efficiently, and can do a number of tasks. And look, I mean, what I would say is have a look on the site, and to our users, download it and have a play with it, and also give us feedback, because this is something we're developing at the moment. It's getting more and more powerful as time goes on, and we'll see how it pans out. But,
is it Windows exclusive though?
Windows, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, no. Sorry. Then I was going to say we are going to have it on. We have it on the tablet as well. So
okay,
it will be running on other devices.
All right. Perfect. So, does Lenovo think about how AI will prepare students for the marketplace, for the job markets, and how could it impact that? Help them develop into the job market.
I mean, that's the $1 million question, because if when Jensen Huang came out, NVIDIA came on stage and said, if you wanted to be a coder, forget it, pretty much, because AI is going to take over.
Yeah.
So it can be quite scary, but I think jobs within, with any industrial revolution, from machinery, to information age, people were worried about jobs. All the jobs are going to go, but actually, it generates more jobs, just in different environments. And I think it's very difficult for anyone to predict today where students today, what they should be doing to prepare themselves for their lives and their jobs in the future, because everything's changing so quickly. But I imagine controlling and being part of the AI revolution is probably going to be really, really important. And this is a real headache for educators who are looking at this and thinking, well, how can we change to best prepare students for their life in the future? Because if they don't know how it's going to pan out. But I think over the next couple of years, I think things will start slowing down to a point that it becomes quite clear where the main jobs are and where people are going to
reach a plateau a little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of AI features can we expect in the coming future? Are there any releases we can look forward to?
Yeah, well, I would expect to see much more natural processing of language. I think one of the things that we saw with early smart home systems is that you have to prompt, ask a question, prompt, ask a question. And we're obviously seeing with the large language models now a much more natural way of interacting. And I think that's a really important stage where we can interact with an AI just using the standard language, maybe a bit of slang, regional accents, all these different things, but in a very fast and communicative way. And I think that's the sort of next barrier that we're going to see a big change in. As I mentioned, agents are the next big thing. And the next big stage towards, some people call it AGI or AGI, general intelligence, where AIs are not specifically designed for one task, but can do a lot more. So, we're going to see massive improvements and massive changes over the next year. I don't know if you saw, but the large AI, people say, the AI's consumed the internet already, and what else can we do to train it? We're getting more inventive in how they can develop it to the next stage towards general intelligence.
Sounds super exciting. I mean, it has to come from the humans, yeah? Like if it already consumed the whole internet, it has to come from the heads of humans, train it further, right? Yeah. Well, that sounds exciting. Any dates we should be looking out for regarding Lenovo and the releases and developments?
Right. Well, so it's a really exciting time for architecture. So I look after the client device as opposed to like the data centers, and that's, the AI going on there is quite incredible. But I look after the client devices, laptops and so on. And we have it tends to be sort of Easter to Easter cycle, but so we're launching new products around Easter time, but actually by the time they filter in and they're manufactured and go into country, it's around about summertime. And that's the same for our competition as well, because we all base products usually on the annual cadence of launching architecture from the big architecture firms, Intel, AMD, Qualcomm. And they have all got incredible architecture that is announced, have been launched recently. There is a big fight brewing between these three big vendors. And honestly, they're all really good. It's like a next generation of silicon. They're becoming more inventive and on how they position and how they build these chips. The processes of what we call the manufacturing process. So the width of a single transistor is going down to 2 nanometer. It's just incredible. They've gone beyond boundaries that a couple of years ago people said there's no way we can get past this. So all of the new chips coming out from all the vendors have got incredible battery life, incredible performance, incredible graphics. And this, like I say, is happening around sort of Easter, summertime this year. You'll see the next generation of products. And honestly, I can't really say much about some of the products that we haven't announced yet, but they are amazing, absolutely amazing. They're so lightweight, they're so powerful, they're so capable, and also we're manufacturing the most sustainable products we've ever had before. They're modular, they get 9 or 10 out of 10 on iFixit, so they're very easy to repair. And we added more features for accessibility as well for people with vision impairments, bumps, be able to open the lid one-handed, all these things. So I'm really proud of the product range we've got coming this year. It's a really exciting time.
So then, hold your money for the summertime.
No, buy now.
Yeah, of course. But then, if you want to stock up on new tech, it's summertime for you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Ashley. It's been a pleasure and really exciting times ahead of Lenovo, I can see. And yeah, we're going to be looking out for what's coming, and we're going to get back with the questions that we couldn't get an answer to. Hopefully, we can get it down the line. Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.